Okay, so earlier this year, Dr. Scola, Dr. Seiko, and I sat down and we had a conversation of how we could get as many people doing blended learning as possible. So we looked at some of the things, we looked at some of the other applications that are out there. We looked at Moodle, Google Classroom, Schoology, Canvas, a lot of those things that are out there that some other districts are using, that we had people inside using. And I kept coming back to this. This is how our courses are set up. You know, we have courses have units, units have lessons, lessons have activities. Everybody's classes are basically set up this way. And the crazy thing is, we actually have all of this stuff in Firefly right now. We have all the courses set up, we have all the lessons set up, all of the units. We have students in all of those classes. The classes are linked to the different pieces of curriculum. So what would happen if we just try to do that last one, the activities? So what I've been working on is a LMS that kind of sits between where Google Classroom is and where Moodle is. So it offers a lot more functionality than Google Classroom, but it does not offer the sophistication of some of the things that Moodle offers. So, but it does have some tie-ins to Moodle, which I'll talk about in a second. So the first one was ease of use. You can see in this screenshot that there's two panes. The right pane, the one that takes up the majority of the screen, is actually the one the students see. So that always kind of gives you a preview of what the student's going to see. The left hand is an outline of what's on that screen, and all of the changes happen on the left hand side. So I'm not going to go in depth into any of this today, but what I hope to do is over the summer have some opportunities for you guys to get in and play and start setting up different things for your classes. So the first one was ease of use. The second one was integration. We have a lot, you've heard of all of the different applications and websites that people use. So we have a lot of people that already invested, say, in Moodle. A couple years ago, we offered the ability to link Moodle lessons to Firefly. So if you've already done that, what you'll see when this is live and go into this program is that those Moodle classes are already basically done. If you would click on that section that says Basic Biological Principles, it would actually open in Moodle and take you right to that step. The completion tracking, that thing that says 70% at the top, will actually come back from Moodle back to Firefly Blend. And the really neat thing is you don't have to use, like if you use Moodle for all of your lessons, but you have one that you'd like to try this application on, you can do that. It's not an all or nothing. You can mix and match depending on what you need to. But you can actually see the lesson essential questions are right below that lesson, and the unit essential question is up there at the top. You also have links quick to get you to your KEDs and learning maps. The other thing that I did not find that any LMS did well was being able to differentiate easy for your students. So this, what I came up with was a way to tag different activities with different words. So for instance, I have an ELL and an IEP activity that are tagged that way. So from Firefly, certain tags are going to be added to students. So when they come in here, if it's an ELL student, you could set them up to receive a different assignment or a different activity. Or so if you have an IEP student that maybe only is allowed to have 3 multiple choice responses, you could have a question that has 3 multiple choice. It may be exactly the same in all other ways to that other question, but that way when that student sees that, they will only see that one. And quite frankly, unless you knew exactly what you were looking at, 2 students looking at similar ones would not notice the difference between them. So it's a way to do really easy, quick differentiation. And very granular, so you don't have to change an entire lesson and make a copy of it and then try to keep them all in sync. You change only the part that needs to be changed. You can also use this the other way. You can use this to provide enrichment activities, and you can also use it maybe if a student just has a different interest. Maybe this student's interested in dinosaurs or whatever. You could provide that activity just on whatever. So just trying to contribute to student voice and choice there. The other thing that we wanted to pull in was we have so many great things that teachers are doing in their classrooms. We'd like a central place to kind of pull all that together. So this is actually what we call the template system, and I have just 2 activating strategies there that if you click will automatically pull that template into your lesson with some blanks that you'll have to fill in with the content and stuff. But kind of give you a framework to start planning out your lesson so that you're ready to hit the ground, ready to go. The best thing about this is that we have a lot of the work done. It will build directly on the curriculum. So if you have lesson plans in Firefly that already have learning activities, when we roll this over, all those learning activities will be split up, and all that information will come over into Firefly Blend as what we like to call a teacher note, which is something that you guys will see but the students won't see, so kind of like a note to yourself. And you can use that to kind of build out the rest of the lesson. So that's a really quick overview. There's a lot of cool bells and whistles on it, and that I'm still adding. But our plan is to have this up and running for the 16-17 school year. Thank you.
So that was a very quick peek. But could you share with us if, best case scenario, what would you want this LMS to be able to do?
I'd love for it to be able to post like the types of videos that you can make in Edpuzzle, and then have it not only have the kids pause and answer questions, but give me the feedback then from that.
Okay, let me tell you what it has right now. I don't know how far you want me to go into this. Okay, really quick. What you can do is you can actually use, you can use start and end times on YouTube videos, and you can put them in. So you might have a 30-second clip. Then you can put questions, as many as you want. Then you can do another clip and then another clip. So you can use it just like Educanon. And the neat thing is it'll actually tell you how long a student is on a specific activity. Not how long they have it open or how long it is, sitting in the background. How long it's actively up is the active tab.
Is there any way that, like sometime very soon, because this is a personal goal of mine for next year for one of my courses that I differentiate a lot. I want to, have these screencasts and things like that. Could we create a Google Doc that could be shared with everybody and everyone could go in and add in like the ideas like Edpuzzle and what they like about it? Like, this is something that I use to create videos where it can pause and ask questions.
Okay,
or,
can I answer that? We've done that in the past, and we need to kind of rethink that, because what ends up happening is it becomes a list of like 150 different items,
right.
and nobody can sort through them. So what we're really trying to do with like that templates is pick out things, like maybe one of the things in there will be educating, or so that we're being a little more discriminatory about what we think works well versus what doesn't work so
So
well.
there'll be links to them right in
Yeah.
Okay.
So there'll be a link to, so when you're getting ready to plan your lesson, so everything you've already done carries over. So you basically see your lesson plan as you already have it written in the curriculum as you already have it, and you look at your activating strategy and you think, you know what, I just kind of put something down there because I was in the time crunch there for that activating strategy. You click a button and there are 15 choices of activating strategies, and if you click on it, it immediately allows you to enter the words for the KWL or for whatever, your ticket out the door or whatever it is. And that will happen also for the learning activities and summarizing strategies. Then you want to put in a video. There's options right there for you to click on which program, which site you want to use to put the video in. You already have everything done in Moodle. It links to Moodle. You already have things done in Google Classroom. It links to it. So what we're really trying to do is put it in a place that we really have everything in one place, but it doesn't require people to reinvent the wheel that they've already done. So what I will do because of time constraints is I will send out a survey asking for more feedback regarding what you would like to see in an LMS. We'll be looking for some first adopters. We'll be looking for some people who are willing to write some things for us this summer. In terms of you who might be not ready to do that, this is not going to be a requirement at the start of the school year. It's going to be an entire year of professional development to get people ready to do this. And what you will find is believe it or not, you already have most of it done. And it won't be required for every lesson. For kindergarten, it might simply be a dashboard where it's just what the teacher is going to be teaching that day. It's your lessons, and you might put in 2 videos you're going to show. So it's not making everything online, it's just an easier place to get to.